Good morning, guys. Good morning for some, good night for others. How you guys doing? It's your girl Phoenix. As you can see, I am not asleep. I am fully awake, and I decided why not do a video. As you guys know, I love makeup. It's in my bio. I am a professional makeup artist for over 12 years, and it's very therapeutic for me. So I figured since I can't sleep, well, I haven't tried yet. But since I can't sleep, why not come on and just do a quick video? So I've already done my brows. As you guys can see, I've shaped it, filled it in, highlighted with a concealer color that I'm going to talk about today from a brand that I'm going to also speak about. But as you can see, it's about 2 to maybe 3 shades lighter than my skin tone, but it's actually 2 shades lighter than my skin tone. Um, I've already prepped my skin. I've already moisturized it. And I'm going in right now with some SK2 eye cream, which I'm going to tap and blend in between my fingers. And I'm going to lift my eyes up. And I'm going to tap this area. I'm not rubbing, pulling, tugging to cause any type of friction. And the reason behind me using my ring fingers is because that is the finger with the least pressure. And you're going to see me tapping like so. And you can go a full 360 if you need to. Now, once you've pat all that product in, you can move on. Since I've already moisturized my face, I am going to grab my primer, and I'm using the Milk Hydro. I really love this little mini sample that I have because it helps me not have to use my full-size product as yet. So I'm going to make 1 pump because that's all you need. Mix it between my fingers. I'm going to tap it on. Now, if you're applying this on a client, you are going to use a tool to do so. You know, we just want to keep things clean. And we want to be very hygienic with our clients. Once that's completed, I've got to prep these lips, y'all. Oh my God. Because they really dry. Y'all, they really dry. Oh. There we go. So I'm using the Dr. Bonner's Peppermint Organic Lip Balm. The dark blue container, which happens to be a favorite of mine's. So now the first product that I'm going to talk about today that I am trying for a first time would be the new E.L.F 16-Hour Camo Concealer. Right? And this color is Rich Cocoa. I decided to go with Rich Cocoa because it was a much lighter shade than the very last shade that it comes in, because the last shade is a bit too red for my tone. So I decided to go with Rich Camo. So the first thing I'm going to do is the same concealer, the same product that I use to shape my brows. I'm going to add some of this concealer to my lid. And then I'm going to take my beauty blender and I'm going to blend it out, because what I don't want is any harsh lines. Okay. Once that is finished, I'm going to grab a transitional color. Transitional colors are the colors that would help you merge the other colors into each other. So I'm going to use, let's go with He Devil from the Naked Urban Decay Heat Palette. So it would be this color right here. There we go. Trying to get this so you guys can see it. This color right here. And right above my crease, I'm going to blend that in there. And I'm using circular motions right into my crease, slightly above. And we want to blend, blend, and blend. Now, you can see, you can't see much of the color, which is fine, because I'm going in with a completely different color that I really don't want too much colors going on my lid. But you can tell that there's a difference from when I just applied a wet product to where I have applied a powder eyeshadow over my eye. Now I'm going to go in and do the same thing with my left eye. And you want to blend, blend, and blend till you can't blend anymore. And even if you feel that you have blended enough and blended well, blend some more. Blending, whether it's eyeshadow, foundation, concealer, lips, will always be the key. Application and blending. Okay? Now that I've done that, I'm going to put that brush to the side. And now I'm going to be using the Zulu palette by Juvia. And I'm going to be using this color. I'm in the mood for something bright. Ah, there we go. It's between, I was either going to do this or this. But I think what I'm going to go in with first would be this reddish color here at the bottom. Now using that same brush that I applied in my crease, I'm going to use that same brush and I'm going to apply that reddish clay color into my crease. Now you see I'm doing like a windshield wiper motion, going back and forth. And then what I'm doing is I'm switching from the windshield wiper motion to a more circular application, because I want to make sure I'm getting right into my crease. like so. Now I'm going to do the same thing for my left eye. You're going to see that I'm going to be blending and blending and blending, because we always want a seamless finish. No matter if it's transitional color, crease color, or lid color. Right? Once I've finished that, I'm going to go in with, let's make sure I get this. There we go. This color right here. I'm going to place this right on my lid. Can you guys see that? Let's see. Okay. Now, though I've placed the color on the lid, you can see here that it's a bit harsh. So I'm going to take that same brush that I used in the first place to add my crease color and my transitional color, and I'm just going to merge those colors together right there. And then I'm going to still go back in with some more of this orange. And I'm going to repeat the same step and same method on the other eye. Now I'm packing this color on so that it can really pop. Now I'm feeling like I need a little bit more on my other eye, so I'm going to go right back in. If you feel that you need to, you do just that. But don't ever forget to blend. Now, if you can see, we've merged the colors together and they're blended seamlessly. But because I really am a stickler for blending, I'm still going back in and I'm still merging the shades together. Like so. Once I've done that, I'm going to now go in with my foundation. I'm just going to leave my eyes alone for a bit. And I'm going to go in with my foundation. So let's remember that I am going to be using this Juvias Place foundation for the very first time. Let's see what it's given. But I definitely would like to try it while I'm out and about. So the method of how I like to apply my foundation, I like to buff the product in on my skin. Everybody has a way of, applying their foundation, and to each his own. To each his own. I find it, for me, the finish is very seamless. Almost like a pixelated application. And this is another thing that I like to do. I blend my foundation out till you literally can't blend anymore. And I also sweep the product and merge it with my neck. I like to call this step marrying my face to my neck. Because one thing that we do not want is demarcation. And demarcation is when you can tell, or folks can tell, because maybe you can't tell because you stopped blending, where your foundation and your skin met but didn't introduce themselves and became familiar. If that makes sense. So now I'm going to take my time and merge the concealer color and the foundation that I use to highlight the top of my brows. I'm going to take my time and I'm going to blend that out. So I'm going to use a mirror so that I can see exactly what I'm doing. Like so. Now we have color here and some color here, but we're not worrying about that right now. No, we're not going to worry about that at all, because I'm getting ready to put the concealer on. I told y'all I'm a blender. I blend till There's absolutely nothing left to blend. That's one of my favorite things to do outside of application and skincare is blending. So now we're going in with the Rich Camo 16-hour wear. And I'm going to create what's called a V of light. And it's called the V of light because in this area, this is where the light naturally will hit from the center of the face. I'm going to bring it down to the bridge of my nose and apply just above there. I'm also going to bring some down here and some here. Now, I do not contour because I'm going to tell you why. I usually reverse contour because my skin is a very dark tone. I know that it seems like it's much lighter than, you know, it's like a brown skin because of the light, but I am a pretty dark skin. And to kind of give you an idea, if anyone is aware of Lancome Tante Idole foundations, I am the very last shade. I am one shade darker than Lupita. So I tend to usually use my skin when I'm reverse contouring as my contour. So now I'm going to begin to blend this concealer out using a completely different tool. But this time I opted, instead of a beauty blender, which I prefer tools. I'm going to tell you that now. I am a tool, meaning a brush. Beauty blender is also considered a tool, but I prefer to use brushes 99.9% of the time. I just feel that when I've been using it for years, and I just feel that they're a little bit more precise. Again, this is my professional opinion. Please use whatever it is that you choose to use on your face or your clients, whatever makes you comfortable. And as you can see, I still use the same method that I would use for the application of my foundation. Same method with my concealer. Now you can see that my concealer is much lighter than my foundation color. And yes, I'm bringing it all the way out just for this video's purpose. Usually this is definitely not the amount of product that I prefer on myself personally. I'm a more natural, give it to me soft, glam girl. Literally nothing on the skin type of look. So I'm buffing in to the point where it looks, the look that I want it to go for is a very filtered look. So this is one of the reasons why I apply the way I apply. Because in the end, I want, when I take a photo, that there's absolutely no need for a phone filter. None whatsoever. See that? There's no need for a phone filter. Now, I'm going back in with this same brush, and I'm going to just soften that crease color a bit more. Just because I told y'all I'm a blend fanatic. I blend like there's absolutely no tomorrow. Okay? Now, what I am going to do though is the little bit of product that's left on my makeup palette from the foundation. I am going to take that and buff that out on the palette. And I'm just going to soften out the areas where my concealer is very prominent. Because the idea for me right now, no matter what look I'm doing, I don't want anything harsh. I don't care how bold it is or how much it stands out. The one thing we should always aim for is seamless work. You just don't want to be walking around with harsh lines all over your face. Unless you're really doing like something very artistic, editorial, you still want to blend. Okay? So now we're on our way to a very seamless look. I'm also going to take some of that concealer, if I could find it. You guys ever put something down and for the love of everything, you don't know where you put it because your makeup table looks hella crazy? That's me. I'm going to take the applicator of the concealer. I'm going to put a little bit more under my eye, like so. From end to end. See how you can see that? Let me put that concealer where I could see it, y'all, because I swear it's going to go bye-bye if I don't. And I'm going to use a flat painter eyeshadow brush. I'm going to blend that out real well. But as you can see, it's still prominent, right? But what you do see is that it has brightened my under eye area a lot. Which is definitely what we're going for. And now I'm going to go back in with this color right here. Okay. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to get a blending brush. And we are going to blend that out. Like so. Now that all that's done, I'm going to get a black eyeshadow, and I'm going to be using black from the crayon case. And the blending brush that I use to blend the color underneath my eye is what I'm going to use. Now, before I go in with that, I do, however, want to apply some setting powder under my eye area so that there won't be any fallout on my foundation. I'm going to take my beauty blender. One of the times that I do use this beauty blender. And I'm going to pack on some setting powder in the areas where I applied my concealer. And you see I'm packing this bad boy on. This method is known as baking, but I'm not going to be baking for too long at all. Now, the setting powder that I use is from none other than Danessa Myricks I Make You Beautiful. Her line is literally my favorite line. And this is in number 3. I also love AJ Crimson setting powders. When it comes down to women of color, I can definitely say, without a shadow of a doubt, those two brands, in my professional opinion, they got it right when it comes down to women of color. From foundation to powder to just about everything. Again, my opinion, you do with it as you may. Now, while that's baking, I'm going to go right here in the outer corner, and